guys, it's Sarah, and today I have another haul for you. These are all ARCs that were sent to me from publishers. We are starting to get back into physical ARCs coming again, so very happy about that. But also I have quite a decent stack here that I've been collecting for the past probably 2 months or so. So I wanted to go ahead and show them to you, let you know when they're coming out, what they're about. So upcoming releases. There's only one book, I think, on this stack that has already been released. Everything else is coming out eventually. The first one I have is the one that's already released. This came out on February 2nd, so it is available now, and that is The Hat Makers. This is by Tamsin Merchant, and this is a middle grade book that follows a young girl named Cordelia. She is part of her family that is a hat maker. And this is set in London, and it is set around different types of makers. And there's hat makers, glove makers, cloak makers, watch makers, all sorts of makers, basically. And they create clothing or articles that will help people have enchantments, if you will, or powers. And so they are very highly sought after. So Cordelia's family are hat makers. And basically what they do is they make these hats that include ingredients. And each ingredient or accessory that you add to the hat will give you a different type of enchantment. And her father ends up going on an expedition one day to find some more ingredients for their hats, and he disappears. So Cordelia is trying to find him, find out what happened. Was this an accident? Was it intentional? All that good stuff. I'm very excited to read this one. I'm actually going to be reading it for Middle Grade March this month, so I will be having a review for it at the end of the month in my wrap-up. But this one was very kindly sent to me from Norton, and I'm very, very happy to have this. Next one was very kindly sent to me from William Morrow, and that is The Rose Code. This is by Kate Quinn, and this one comes out on March 9th. And this is a historical fiction that Kate Quinn is very famous for. She writes them wonderfully, and so I'm very, very excited for her new release here. And this one follows 3 women in World War II who are code breakers. They each have kind of a different specialty when it comes to code breaking, and they are brought together during the war to help break codes, and that's what they do. During their friendship, something big happens where they kind of split apart and don't plan to ever talk to each other again. Not sure what this big thing is that happens, but a few years later, they are all brought back to this location where they were code breakers because there have been new evidence coming to light that is threatening to reveal some secrets. And so they are brought back together in order to break some more codes to find this person who is doing the threatening. And that's all I know. That's all I want to know. I'm very excited about this. And yeah, so March 9th. Next one also comes out on March 9th, and that is Last Call. This is written by Elon Green, E-L-O-N, Elon. And this is a nonfiction. It's a true story of love, lust, and murder in queer New York. And this book is years of research that surrounds a killer who was deemed the last call killer. And this is happening, I believe, in the 80s and the 90s. And it is a killer who stalked and targeted young gay men in New York City. And I think he's called the last call killer because I think it was always something that happened after somebody left a club, and it was like, you know, closing down the club, last call, blah, blah, blah. That's when they fell victim to him. And I think this follows cases that happened. And the reason this was written is because this killer was very much under the radar because of the time frame, things that were also happening during the 80s and the 90s in New York. A lot of other things were taking up all the news time. And because of who he was targeting, it wasn't something that was brought to light very often. So he went under the radar for a very long time and killed a number of people because of that, because it wasn't a priority. So I'm very interested in reading this. I do love true crime books and I want to read more. So this one is not super long. So I do plan to get to this here sooner rather than later for sure. And yeah, I'm excited to see what is going to be the outcome of all this. And this one was kindly sent to me from Celadon Press. So thank you very much. The next one I have here comes out on March 16th, and that is Gathering Dark. This is by Candace Fox. And this one is, I would say, kind of a mystery thriller type of book that follows a woman who just got out of prison. She used to be an esteemed surgeon, from what I'm understanding, but she did something illegal and was convicted and served jail time for it. So she's kind of disgraced now, and she's back on the streets, and she's just trying to fix her life, trying to be better, trying to right her wrongs, if you will. She ends up getting a phone call from her former cellmate who needs help because her former cellmate's daughter has gone missing, and she wants help to try to find her daughter. She's very desperate for help. And they end up knocking on the door of the detective who arrested her when she was arrested. So they end up, all three of them, working together to try to find this young girl. So that's not awkward. It's not awkward at all, right? I have never read anything from Candace Fox, but I am definitely interested to see what this entails. And I'm definitely always in the mood for kind of like a mystery thriller type thing. It's not super long, so this will be interesting. And this was very kindly sent to me from Forge, so thank you. The next one here comes out on April 13th, and that is Second First Impressions. This is by Sally Thorne. This is her new release that's coming out, and this was very kindly sent to me from William Morrow, so thank you so much. And yeah, Sally Thorne, interesting with her. I read 99% Mine, didn't like it. I have The Hating Game coming up here soon that I'm going to be reading in the next month or two for 5-star predictions. So I have a feeling that one's going to be 5 stars. And then I have this new one here. But this one sounds very promising. We follow a woman named Ruthie who is biding her time working the front desk, something that involves real estate somehow. She's trying to keep her head down, trying to keep her job, trying not to cause too many troubles. And she's working for a boss, I believe, that is not very fun to work for, but he's almost retired. So she's trying to bide her time until he's gone, and then hopefully start working her way up after that. And she is working in this building, I believe, that also houses a set of friends who are in their 90s, older women, very funny. They want to hire, they hire young men to do their errands for them and all this stuff. And they kind of poke fun at them, and just, they're like funny old women who want eye candy to look at and run their errands for them. Now, we also follow a man named Teddy who is really needing a place to crash, and he gets an offer to crash at this one place, but as long as he works there at the same time, kind of earning his keep type thing. So I believe he takes the job with the old women, and Ruthie and Teddy, I believe, form a relationship from there, something that neither one of them are really looking for. So very excited to get into this. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully Sally Thorne can kind of reading the last one for me. I just really didn't like it at all. So I will probably read this one after The Hating Game, because I do want to read The Hating Game first for my 5-star predictions. I have more of a timeline for that one. So, but this one does come out in April. So if you are a fan of Sally Thorne, she does have a new one coming out. This next one was very kindly sent to me from Tor. I'm very, very excited about this because I have not had a fantasy arc. So I'm very happy to have this one. This is called The Black Tongue Thief. This is by Christopher Buehlman. This is book number 1 in a new series. And this one follows a man who is part of a taker's guild. And he has been taught how to be a thief, basically all these different skills. And those come at a price, but he wasn't able to pay them as he was taking them, so he owes them, basically. And he has to try to figure out how he's going to pay his debt. He also ends up meeting up with a knight who is a female, and this female knight is on the search for her missing queen, and they end up teaming up together to go on this adventure to find this queen. And I believe the thief is also thinking this is going to solve his debt issues. And together they come across like goblins and kraken and all sorts of mystical like creatures and beings and stuff. And yeah, so first book in a series. Happy to see like exactly what this is going to entail. And yeah, this comes out on May 25th. So if you guys are interested in fantasy and want to start a new series and give it a try, May 25th for this one. This next one, you guys, I might have shrieked when this came in the mail. I might have. I got The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. You guys, I jumped up and down in the middle of my living room when I opened this package because I was so excited for it. This is definitely on my most anticipated of the entire year. I absolutely loved The Silent Patient, and I've been wanting to read something else from this author, and it is finally here and it's in my hands, and I can't wait. This was very kindly sent to me from Celadon Books. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Celadon. This one comes out June 15th, and this is a dark academia. This takes place in Cambridge, and there is a professor there who teaches Greek tragedy, I believe, and he is just beloved. Everybody loves him. Everybody respects him. Everyone's, oh, he's so great. He's so wonderful. And then we also follow this woman who is a therapist, and she is aware of this group, a secret society at Cambridge called the Maidens. The Maidens are very obsessed with this professor as well. They hold him in very high regards. I don't know if there's more to it than that. I'm sure there is, but they're kind of obsessed with him. And this therapist is she does a lot of research on this group and is almost obsessive about this group as well. One of the group members winds up dead, and the therapist believes that it's this professor who did it, even though he has an alibi, but she is out to prove that it's him who did it. Oh, okay. Alex Michaelides, dark academia. Yes, please. Secret societies. I need it. I need it. I need it. June 15th. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Last one here comes out July 6th. This was very kindly sent to me from Harper, and that is The Stranger in the Mirror by Liv Constantine. It's very shiny, so I'll try to keep that in mind. Sorry. Try not to blind you here. This is from the author duo that are sisters, and they wrote The Last Mistress Parish, which I read and really, really enjoyed, and I'm excited that they have a new novel coming out now. This one follows a woman named Addison. She is engaged to be married. She's very happy to be getting married. She loves her fiance. However, she does not really know who she is. She was found bloody on the side of a highway by a stranger who helped her and helped get her help and everything, but her memory never came back. So she doesn't have any inclination of who she actually is. She kind of developed this whole persona, this whole, she's Addison now, this is who she is, but she doesn't have memory of who she was before or how she ended up bloody on the side of a highway. Meanwhile, there is a man in Boston who is wondering where his wife went because she up and left 2 years ago, and he has no idea where she is. They have a daughter. He's trying to figure out if she actually did leave him or if something happened to her. Guess who that is? And her actual name is Cassandra. So I'm excited for this one. It's supposed to be a psychological, mind-bendy type of thing, and I am here for it. Again, July 6th. This one's sent to me from Harper. Thank you so, so much, Harper. And yeah, add it to your list. Okay, those are all of the ARCs and review copies that I've gotten from publishers over the past probably 2 months or so. Thank you so much to all these publishers for these books. It's definitely so much appreciated. I will leave links to all of these books down below if you want to either order the ones that are already out or coming out soon, or if you want to pre-order anything, I will leave those down below. So make sure you go and do that to get your hands on them. These are very, very good sounding books. That doesn't make sense. They're all books that I cannot wait to sink my teeth into and just read them and get lost in all of these stories. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Please let me know down below if you guys have heard any of any of these and you're excited about them as well. Let me know any releases coming out very soon, like in the next 3 months or so, that you're excited about. I want to know what you're anticipating, and I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.